Привет, это Егорыч, это прохождение Hogwarts Legacy. Присаживайся поудобнее и погнали.
Oh,
Итак,
good. We haven't missed the
нельзя
sorting
прерывать
session.
еще, ну ладно. Это уже вторая
I'm
часть
no
пойдет.
expert,
Первая
but
часть была
that seems more
с
appropriate.
тем, как мы
Now,
добирались до Хогвартса.
I need to
А
study
теперь,
this
я так
locket as soon as I
понимаю,
can, but first I must
будет
contact the ministry.
распределение
They need to know what happened to
и
George and Wanda
распределительная шляпа.
Ranrock. For the
Добро
moment,
пожаловать
I
на
ask that
вторую
you keep all
серию
that's happened this evening
прохождения
between you and
Hogwarts
me.
Of
Legacy.
course, sir.
Никому я не
Thank
буду
you.
рассказывать, не очкуй.
Ready for the sorting
Приятного
ceremony?
просмотра и погнали. Ну-ка, это недовольная рожа.
Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem
Enough.
has...
Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Оп, распределительная шляпендра.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
Скорее бы начать учиться, скорее бы исследовать замок. Ну, конечно, исследовать замок.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder. I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Отвага, любознательность, верность, амбиции. А что выбрать? Отвага — это Гриффиндор, амбиции, наверное, Слизерин, любознательность — Эвран и верность — Пуффендуй. Я даже не знаю, если честно. Ну пусть будет
A
любознательность.
desire to learn?
Типа
I do
супер
enjoy a good puzzle, and
исследовать
I believe I
всякое,
have a
везде
ready
бегать,
mind.
во все дырки заглядывать. Будет
You're
так.
clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Да, как Девран. Девран. Так, быстренько скрою на Ой, не то. На превьюшку. Оп, есть. Так, подтвердить выбор.
You belong in Ravenclaw.
Рейвенклоу. Девран. Отлично. Ну, наверное.
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
Ага. Классно.
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic
Видишь,
futures.
не
I'm
завезли.
sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Недовольный чел.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress,
Weasley,
it is my
Rita.
distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Интересно, кто это из Визли.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I am, Professor.
This
I
is
am
the
Professor.
entrance to the Ravenclaw common room. You must solve a riddle to enter. I won't be of much help, I'm afraid. This sort of thing has always confounded me.
Who lived longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
Ничего не понятно, но нас пустили.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Угу, вот и утро.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Задание началось.
Lumos.
Вот здесь прыгать нельзя. Топовое зеркало. Так, мне наверх. Ну, сходим тогда вниз. Тут другие комнаты. Тут чё? Ой, чё? О, толчок. Пописить можно. И покакать. О. Нормально. Мыл. Вот дверь. Ну, зато теперь знаем, где можно сходить в туалет. О, сундук. Замок уровень 3. Понятно. Дали наверх. А, пятилетки. Это вот мне. Это моя комната.
Just have to wait for the right moment.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
А, это там. Короче, с этим давай поговорим. С 3 челами поговорить надо, да?
One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dumb bomb. Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters. And you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
С нетерпением жду занятий.
Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun?
Большинство.
Ha, I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Короче, приколист. А, во, еще можно наверх пойти. Ай, что ты пугаешь? Что тут наверху может быть интересно? Объява. 7 что? Эмиль. А, тут тоже спальня. А тут? О, сундук. Закрыт. Глобус можно покрутить. А что-то еще можно. Непонятно. Сюда наверх можно? Чё мышка не крутится? Понятно, обманули. Дурака, 4 кулака. Спрыгнуть можно? Нет. Ничего не происходит. Ладно, го вниз.
Lumos.
Must be different starting Hogwarts in your fifth year.
Deep breath.
Амир.
Why, hello. Would you like to take a look?
Такар. Амир. Амир Такар. Амир Такар.
Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's
Astronom.
something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
Ну, не будем его расстраивать. Наблюдать за звездами так увлекательно никогда не нравилось. Будет
I
увлекательно.
hope astronomy's on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all fifth years. You will be enthralled with the
Обязательное
tower.
изучение.
Plus, a
Понятненько.
quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you.
Так, и осталось Саманте представиться. Она вон там.
That's not right either. I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones.
My own little
ладно.
expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy.
А это по
Dittany is
зельям
amazing,
и по
isn't it?
травам.
So much healing power in such a little plant.
Приколист,
I have a bit of a
астроном
thing for
и
plants, as you can
агроном.
see.
Так можно сказать.
Pleased to meet you.
Это типа будут
Samantha.
мои...
Nice to meet you, Samantha.
моя тима,
Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld
мои
potion?
друганы.
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Ну да, он много знает.
Professor
Sure,
Fig does know a
определились.
great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Спасибо.
Hey there. New Ravenclaw.
Оп,
Professor
яблочко съел.
Just outside. Thought you'd best not keep her waiting.
Так, ну это пришла там тот профессор за мной, чтобы отвезти меня на первый урок.
Wonder where they're from. Can't imagine starting a new school this late.
Что мы там базарим? Вкнули. О,
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially
да.
as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
о. Это что за книжка?
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Исчезла.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
На заднем
Perhaps
фоне
seeing
этот
it in
рыцарь типа время
action will answer
смотрел.
any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test. This way.
Lumos.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Обус.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
Ни хрена себе там этажей.
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what
Revelio.
details the field guide can provide?
Собрать. Бюст Коктеврана. Этот бюст, созданный в честь факультета Коктевран, находится в высокой башне. Понятно. Только что открыли испытания из руководства. Ваш прогресс будет отображаться здесь. Продолжить. Выполнение испытаний из руководства — это единственный способ заработать опыт. Experience. СПУ заработать. Открыть. Большое волшебство. Повышает ваш уровень и силу. Продолжить. Ваше руководство отслеживает текущий прогресс прохождения испытаний. Выберите меню испытаний, чтобы продолжить. Давай. Страница руководства. Каждое испытание несколько уровней, на каждом из них вас ждут специальные награды. Чехи с регалиями Хогвартса. Страница руководства. Понятно. Что тут еще есть? Коллекции. А, ну это бюст, что я нашел, да? Понятно. Больше ничего, да? Задание. Добро пожаловать в Хогвартс. Понятно. Снаряжение. Перчи. Перчи. Очки в золотой оправе. Очки мне не нужны. Головные уборы. Темная кепка. Вау. Острые козырьки тупо отдыхают. Не, я буду без кипаря. Школьная форма старосты с жилетом. Это типа я без нее, да? А это одето. Тут мантия. Без мантии, с мантией. В мантии. Шейный аксессуар, шарф. Шарф говно. Все, больше ничего нету, да?
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Ну, погнали. Так. Пауза. Так, ну что, погнали. За профессором Уизли. Чуть не столкнул с лестницы.
Lumos.
Нос.
Revelio.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
О, сколько всякой фигни. Прикольно. Что ты ноешь уже? А вон еще с вопросиком. Его с вопросиком. Давай сюда подойдем. Давай. Чего непонятно. О, реально время смотрит. Смотрите, типа такой. Оп. 2 часа. Понятно. Погнали. Профессор Уизли.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit.
Летучее пламя.
Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
О, ты чуть... Так, на М. Открыть карту на М. На М. Так, на 2 основные области. В левой части карты живут студенты и профессора. Здесь расположены гостиные и большой зал. Понятно. Лестница Хогвартс. Лестница Хогвартс. Здесь вы можете видеть точки, которые доступны. Точки с летучим пламенем зеленого, которые обнаружили. Серые, которые нет. Это понятно. В правой части карты находятся точки интереса, связанные с учебой, включая астрономическую башню, библиотеку и теплицы. Понятно. Стройка библиотеки. Профессор Уизли разблокировала для вас точку с пламенем в центральном зале. Погнали. Переместиться. Ну, это типа перемещаться между локациями, чтобы быстрее было. Да? Да?
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
Угу. Так, погнали.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Так, не, ну
You
Хогсмит.
mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
За пивасиком.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
Профессор Гекат.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Thank
Ну
you,
все,
Professor Weasley.
спасибо.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Не буду.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Oh.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself.
Ну, хватит
Might I
болтать,
rely
дайте
on you,
мне
Professor
что-нибудь
Fig, to
поделать
explain the
уже.
details of the field
Я
guide's
уже
map?
понял все.
Of course.
Thank you.
Сейчас этот мне будет еще что-нибудь рассказывать.
Good
Хорошо
luck
пришел.
today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Все, давай, пакет. Ну, а теперь с этим фигом будем базарить.
It's good to see you, Professor.
О, не
And you.
базары.
I
Когда
was
уже
hoping
игра
our
начнется?
paths would cross today
Только
before you
базарим
immersed
и
yourself in
базарим.
studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did try to evade her questions, though I feel a little deceptive. That said, I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, Why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Задание. Понятно. Так. Стань. Занятия по защите от темных искусств. Занятия по заклинаниям. Виоссо. Давай акцию.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Ну все, отлично, пока как раз пауза. Так. Следуйте зачарованный компас, нажав В. Придет о своем задании. В. Показывает, куда идти. Понятно. Так. Что я хочу? Пойду туда? Идти туда сразу? Побочные задания.
Revelio.
Do you think anyone has found
Алло.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Алло, кто? Думаю, кто это лобает на балалаечке?
Revelio.
Чё нет такого? Вот она просто начала подсвечиваться.
Protego. Lumos.
И чё это?
Revelio. Lumos.
Непонятно.
Revelio.
Away from me!
Просто кошек погладить. Прикольно.
Revelio.
Я так понимаю, я уже почти пришел.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the lesson.
Погнали.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to year 5 of charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with a passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another.
Смеется собственной шутки.
Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Акцо.
Accio.
Акио.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Пока что типа 80% диалогов, 20% игры. Я так понимаю, это в начале, пока обучение, пока все вот эти типа, знания выучить, понять, что куда жать, куда идти.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
Это я?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are some excellent control. Happens to the best of us. Very good.
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй, вы посмотрите, что творю. Да-да-да-да-да, опа, отпустили. И... Ай-яй-яй. Тупо на краешке, на самом краешке.
Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Кто первый? А?
Let us see this. There we go.
Да? так стану.
Accio.
Splendid!
Here we go.
Нихера себе, а если ничья? И это 50 anyway.
Quite impressive. Be sharp.
И докатится. 30.
That is how
Да?
it's done.
Сейчас 3 изи.
Accio.
Да-да-да-да. И отпускаем. Нет, перекатилась.
Stay focused.
Нет, я просрал.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
Еще раз.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. There we go.
Accio.
Тормози, 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 братишка. Хорош. Сюда.
Very good.
Ты мне в жопу смотришь.
Watch this.
Ага. Ладно. Я вот этот покачу. Изи для меня.
Well done. Here we go.
Ну, это уже, чтоб я точно не проиграла на все, я уже
That
выиграл.
is how it's done.
На все на этот шлет.
Accio.
A perfect score. Remarkable.
Да я первый раз проиграл, неинтересно. Мне чисто как лоху дали шанс.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
Акцию я изучил. Нормально.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Dramatic. Ну все,
It's nice to
спасибо.
learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be
Wagadu.
here at Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you
you're
would.
so inclined.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Опа, второй левел. Сюда.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Так, давай чекнем, что у него там за экспу упало. Задание. Понятно. Какие-то перчи. Какая-то накидка. Так, получил, да? Получается... Так. А это шмотки. Понятно. Теперь, если зайти в снаряжение, мне будут перчи? Нет. А где они тогда? Изменить внешний вид. Так, подожди. Меню снаряжение, выбрав опцию изменить внешний. Снаряжение. А вот. Пусть эти будут. А, вот, и у меня есть какие-то эти. Это некрасиво. Пусть будет так, да. Так, это на мне сейчас. Я могу выбрать вот такое. Это что? Фаната факультета. О, вообще прикольно. Зеленая. Вот это тоже прикольно выглядит. Ух ты, с черепами. Вообще жесточайшая. Ладно, будем в таком гонять. Это Мерлина, да, астронома? Не, вот это в которой шевелится. Рисунок вообще офигенный. Понятно, прикольно. Все, я разобрался как. Так, теперь мне надо идти на второй урок, да?
Hello. How was your first day coming along?
Hello, Samantha. Nice to see you again.
I wondered how your first day was going. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Где сундук?
Revelio.
Is it possible to become an aura and then the werewolves join the goblins in the uprising?
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752?
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Oh, fine,
Вопрос
fine.
2. Значит, на вопросе должен быть
Stop
конь.
it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't get Pete to smack. She says it's a boo, and he says it's a flat.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Но, 0, 1, 2. Значит, надо крыса. Вот так. А здесь конь это 1, то есть 5, значит 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 это чё? Какая-то непонятная херь. Такая, не такая, такая, вот такая. Изи для меня получается. Вот и сундук. Пустая квадратная рама.
Revelio.
Сумеречный плащ. Так эти шмотки ничего не дают, я так понимаю, кроме...
Everybody knows you're in remedial potions. Have you ever had a cauldron leak? I didn't think it was possible.
Ладно, давай проверим. Вал какой-то херни. О, можно в капюшоне еще гонять? Типа я сейчас буду в капюшоне? Вообще топово, типа такой супер скрытный. Да?
Revelio.
Че нет? Ладно, погнали на второй урок. Просто, да. Вернулся в школу на уроки бегать. Где-то огонь показывает, что тут этого нет. Дальше. О, приперся, да? А во. Отлично.
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Сначала выучить надо. Оп, изи левиоса. О, ну уже какой-то желтенький.
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so artfully helped me demonstrate earlier.
Levioso!
Good. Now, the basic. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Protego! Levioso! Class, I hope you were paying attention. That is how you cast Levioso.
You're good. How perceptive. This can't be your first.
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Все, я его вынес.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Ravenclaw.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, But battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
Понятненько.
All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Лево. Ну, что там по XP мне накинули? На третий левел не хватило. Теперь же надо к этой вернуться. А, ну типа нет заданий, да?
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Во, задание высветилось, его не было. Так, подожди. Здесь надо... А, оно появилось. А это потом. Короче, закончу эти задания, а потом схожу в дуэльный клуб. Как раз просто на этом мы вторую серию прохождения закончим, так сказать. Мог, наверное, типа сходить к профессору Уизли, а потом сгонять в Хоксмит.
Revelio.
That young'un's now a teacher herself. It's a wonder she's not gobbled up by her own fanged geranium.
Ладно, погнали. А, вот. Еще кошка.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
Да,
I
нормально.
heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the
О,
perfect
палочку
wand.
подобрать надо.
You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Так. Что там за задание? Чтобы попасть в Хоксмит, мне нужно выучить репару. Короче, тогда сохраняемся. И на этом завершаем вторую серию. Сейчас, наверное, залью кто-нибудь первую, вторую, третью. Начну проходить дальше, чтобы записать следующие серии. Всем спасибо, всем пока.